Hey girl, you trying to hit this?
Oh, you know exactly what I need.
What's up? Happy Tuesday. It's two girls, one blunt, and your co-host, Jamie Lee.
I'm Emily. Welcome back to another fucking episode. I swear, I touch my eyebrows, my eyelashes every 30 seconds. It's so annoying.
Can we talk about how nice your eyebrows look, though?
Jamie held me down. She strapped me down. She tied me up, and then she did my eyebrows. And it needed to be done.
I hog-tied her.
Yeah, I was into it.
And we gave her like the uplift look, like that fox eye look. So we cut her ends off, and I swear it made you like it added so much definition to your face.
I have so much more eyelid space now.
You do.
It's kind of crazy.
Because it literally came all the way down here. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
I have a lot of eyebrow.
Damn, you do. You're hairy, but like that's a good thing because I'm not hairy and I have holes that won't grow back in.
Yeah.
I'm pro hairy eyebrows because that means yours grow back easily. I overplucked mine as a kid.
Ah.
Yeah.
I never did that. I just shaved them off.
Mine literally looked like teeny little lines, and my mom freaked the fuck out. She was like, Jamie Lee, you cut your fucking eyebrows. She was like, you look like a fucking idiot. And I'm like, I did. I thought I was doing a good job.
There was a nicer way to say that.
Yeah. The early 2000s, I think, were a bad time for eyebrows.
But everything's coming back.
Yeah,
all the trends are cyclical.
They are, but then you had the bushy eyebrow trend. I couldn't even take part in it.
No.
There was no eyebrows left. I've been using hair growth serum on my eyebrows.
But it's working.
It actually is working, which is great.
What one are you using so the crowd knows?
I think I was using Grande Brow. Like Grande Lash.
There we go. Now you know.
Yeah, now you know. It's growing. It actually is growing back, and I don't even do it that consistently, which says a lot. You know?
Yeah, consistency is so hard with fucking makeup shit.
Consistency's hard when you're not consistent.
When you're a stoner and have ADHD.
Yeah, exactly.
So what happened in your life recently, Jamie?
Something really big happened, actually, which is very cool to talk about. I was asked by my friend Victoria.
We just had on.
Exactly. So I was asked by Victoria and to go, she's like, do you want to be in a Drake music video? And I was like, yeah, say less. We got ready, we went. And when we got there, they were like, we're congratulating LeBron James for breaking the all-time scoring record.
Shout out LeBron.
Shout out LeBron. And we get there, we shoot, we do 2 takes. I noticed in the second take, like I leaned forward because like I was behind Drake and I didn't realize I cut off Victoria, which broke my heart. I've cried all morning about it because she was the one who gave me the opportunity. And there are girls who do that shit, like, and make it all about them. And I was like, I swear that's
I think she knows that that's not you.
I know, but even if you know, there's always part of you that's like wondering. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? It's like, take note for the next time.
Yeah.
And I we try to be good people and good friends. And that was a moment where I felt guilty. But so we shoot that and we don't hear anything about it. We go to his after party.
Yes.
So we invite Emily and Mac. Invite Emily and Mac to the after party. We get ready. We go to Drake's after party. Drake's there. So I met Drake. Mm-hmm. He is actually pretty hot in person.
He's much more attractive in person.
I was like, whoa, that's Drake.
It's the height.
Yeah. And everyone's like, say hi. And I'm like, hi. Because I don't want to be like annoying. I don't want to be the kind of girl that's like, oh my God, so I'm so-and-so and like up his ass.
A picture.
Yeah. Like, so I just was like, what's up? I literally think I looked at him and go, sup.
I don't think I even said hi to him.
This was at the music video. But the after party, what did you think of it?
It sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked. Everybody was so bitchy. All the girls thought they were hot shit because they were at Drake's after party. And I'm like, I'm just here to have fun.
Exactly.
And then I got too drunk and had to lay down for the rest of the night.
On the couch. Yeah. So basically, this is what Victoria told me a Drake party is like. Because she's been to a lot. That it's all girls. So everyone's kind of like fangirling over Drake, you know?
Yeah.
And there's no guys allowed. besides like his crew. So there was not a lot of men.
No, the ratio was skewed.
Like 10 girls to every one man.
Yeah.
And the girls are all like Miami girls. So they're like, and we're us as a group jumping up and down, literally causing a scene. We got yelled at for being too rowdy, and multiple times got yelled at by his like team. But we're like twerking and dancing. Mac is hammered doing splits. Everyone's
going
like looking. If you turned around from our little group and looked outward, everyone was just standing and very chill. So this was totally different energy levels.
Oh yeah, nobody was dancing.
No.
And there was an open bar, but like it was impossible to get drinks.
Yeah, it was very hard to get drinks.
Except for us.
Yeah, because Mac actually tipped the bartender.
Really?
She paid the bartender like $200 and got like her own drinks and was like, take care of me tonight. So that's why Mac was always able to just come back with drinks for us. And I was like, girl, I've been drinking.
Okay.
I don't need to drink anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we'd already drank at the music video, took some shots, and then came home, pre-gamed, kept drinking because we were rushing to like get ready and shit. And then we kept drinking. We got there and immediately we took shots here, I think.
Really?
I'm pretty sure we all took shots here before we left with the tequila.
Shit.
But it was very underwhelming. Like we had fun.
Yeah.
Because we always have fun.
So, but it wasn't a music video.
It wasn't a music video. Oh yeah, you brought it back to the main point. Thanks, Emily. You got me. You're looking out. Good looking out, bud. It wasn't a music video. I wake up to a text from our friend Jenna. And it's a text message chain between her and her boyfriend. And he sends the picture of it playing live on TV during the Lakers game.
Oh shit.
Of Drake congratulating LeBron, and like our faces are right there.
Yeah, on TV.
On TV, national, I think worldwide, right? Like anyone's like, do other countries watch basketball?
I don't know.
I think they might. I feel like he's a legend, so like everyone
knows who LeBron is.
And it's going to take a long time for somebody else to hit that record. So that video, everyone's sharing. It's going completely viral.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting tagged left and right from people being like, is this you? And I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Surprise, Sade.
So cool. Like, holy fuck, it's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
During the basketball game.
Yeah.
And you know what makes me so happy about it?
What?
Okay, guys, remember Mr. Robotongue?
Oh, Mr. Robotongue.
Mr. Robotongue. We talked in another episode. He cheated. I'm pretty sure. I just, I was like, I'm done with this. And he has 3 idols that he loves. Kobe,
Okay.
The Rock,
Yeah.
and LeBron James.
Okay, so only 2 are alive.
2 are alive. After we broke up, I did the video with Phil, the UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And The Rock shared it the day after. So if you visited The Rock's Instagram page and went to Phil's page, I was the first face.
Yeah.
So that was like revenge number 1. That made me feel
Ultimate
really
revenge.
good. And now he was definitely watching the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a big Lakers fan. We saw the
Really?
Lakers versus the Miami Heat here.
Oh.
Yeah. And Drake, obviously that video is getting shared everywhere, and it's just my face again. And that makes me happy. This is why you don't get revenge on men. You don't fuck their friends. You don't do petty things. You don't key their car or destroy their house. You work on you and you network, and you end up in his favorite fucking basketball player's video. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's real revenge.
It is.
Because he could have been like, yeah, that's my girl. And now you can't.
Now
Fuck
you can't. You shouldn't have cheated, bitch.
Yeah. What a moment. What a full circle moment that was.
Absolutely. That's dope.
We constantly have full circle moments.
Always.
Have you had any recently?
I don't even know. I'm always high. I don't remember shit from yesterday.
I just constantly think in circles.
Yeah. That's overthinking.
Oh, maybe that's why you get nauseous.
Because I'm high?
Your energetic field is just constantly
You spin
cycling.
me around. Yeah.
You know?
Always.
We've been sick for too long, Emily. It's time to get the immune systems up.
I know. I'm just going to work out and just say fuck it.
You might as well be a part of Make-A-Wish at this point.
I would love that. I would just kill myself, you know? Like, I get my wish and then I die.
Do you think you'd actually kill yourself, though? Like, I know sometimes we want to.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think I actually would ever do it. Like,
Never
even
say
we
never.
say in the apocalypse, like, we would kill ourselves if, instead of dying via alien.
Right. You just fucking say fuck it.
But I feel like when that happens, you go in complete survival mode.
And you wouldn't want to kill yourself.
Yeah, you're
'cause
like,
so stressed out.
I'm gonna fight these motherfuckers. There's people we love out there.
Yeah. No, I would go in thinking I'm going to fight these motherfuckers and I would die immediately. I would not do well.
We talked about that while we were walking in the hallway, and I was like, we'd be the first ones to go.
The first ones.
We're just like running, and Emily puts her foot out in front of me, and she's like, sorry, I had to save myself. And she keeps running, and I'm like, no. And then the zombies come.
Yeah, but if I did that, then you would come back as a zombie and kill me.
I would.
So that's just not smart.
And I'm spiritual, so like I think my
not
soul
smart.
would be out there also haunting you. It'd be
Yeah,
my
no.
soul and my zombie.
I'm not going to trip you. I'd have to be too focused on not tripping myself. I literally can't even walk straight. You think I can run from zombies?
If I tripped, would you keep going, or would you look and be like, that's a suicide mission? These are the important questions.
Then I would just die and I would be happy.
That's true. We'd get eaten together and we just wouldn't even know.
Yeah. And then we turn into the hottest zombies around.
We're just hooker zombies. We're just doing the GTA walk as a zombie and like fucking other zombies.
I would do it.
And we work our way up to be the head of the zombies.
Yeah. And then we kill all of the zombies.
And that just shows our spirit never gives up.
Never give up, never
See?
surrender. That's what I say.
Rule number 76, no excuses, play like a champion.
Rule number 7. What's that from?
I think it's from Wedding Crashers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I used to say that all the time.
I like that. I want to come up with arbitrary rules. Like never clip your nails on a Tuesday.
Rule number 16, never clip your nails on a Tuesday.
Yeah, rule number 85, don't do anal when the sun sets. Like just random rules.
Rule number 96, cut everyone at the DMV. Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
But yeah, that's super exciting.
Ah, my vape died.
Oh, I thought you were like, no, fuck that. I was like, no, that is exciting.
I'm so glad we moved to Miami.
Miami's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. I think I wasn't enjoying it as much, like allowing myself to enjoy it the way I need to.
Really?
But I feel like this year's the year.
This year's the year, 2023.
2023.
My year.
Yeah. We have until 2025 when the world shuts down again.
Why are we shutting down?
I don't know. There's a movie called called 2025. And it's about the next COVID shutdown. And it might happen.
I remember I was so convinced that 2012 was going to happen.
Like we were going to die.
Yeah, I was like, it's all going to end. And then nothing happened. And I was like, this is so fucking gay.
I was like waiting for it to end.
I was ready. I was prepared. How old was I? I was 14. I was like, okay, this is going to happen. And there's nothing I can do about it. And I just let go and let God. And God didn't take me.
Do his joke. God was like, nah, bitch, you have to stay and suffer some more.
Suffer.
Oh, man.
That's so fucked up. These people have to stop predicting
the audacity that people think God is a man. God is definitely non-binary. I don't even you know.
He's a they, them.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe not non-binary. God. God is just both.
Okay.
Not non.
Okay.
Because non-binary means you don't identify as one. I guess.
As either, yeah.
I think he's both. I think he's a mix of both. I think, I just said he. This is the patriarchy coming in. Right? Fuck. God is a woman.
Always get you. Yeah, Ariana.
As Ariana once said, God is a woman.
God is a woman.
But because think about it. If it were a man, if God were a man, would he have created women?
Probably not. He would have figured out a way for guys to fuck
just
themselves.
exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a
And you can't craft a woman without knowing what a woman is. So therefore, you have to be some part of woman.
Or maybe he saw men and he was like, oh, this is kind of ugly. We need something that's pretty and gentle and loving. And he was like, men suck. God was the original misandrist.
You think so?
I think so. He was like, oh my God, these men fucking shit on themselves and jerk off. That's all they do all day. So we have to create the antithesis.
True. Or was Earth here and it was a woman?
I like that.
Isn't that like God's wife that was removed from all of the books? Like God, they say that like basically men rewrote like the books about the Bible and our history and whatever. And they didn't like the idea of having somebody at equal power that was a woman. So they removed all of the accounts of like the woman wife of God.
I believe it.
But that's what Mother Nature essentially is.
Yeah.
You know?
There's always like a mother and father figure.
Exactly.
Throughout like all myths, all religions.
It'd be ignorant to think he doesn't have a wife.
Yeah. Or a husband. You know, we're not judging.
And for the guys to be like, no, he definitely doesn't have a wife and get like defensive about it. I'm like, tell me you like men. You're not out yet.
You're gay.
You know?
You like it up the butt?
Because you would be like, of course God has a wife because you would see the value.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, if you only like men, you're gay.
Yeah, Emily, I think that's the definition.
But if you're only supportive of men.
If you only like men, you're a woman. No. We're going to.
You have a
Boo.
pussy. Boo. This guy sucks.
Have you ever been booed? Publicly?
No. Have you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I've been booed publicly.
I don't know how that would feel. A boo and someone throwing me getting hit in the head like by something like twice. A boo and two they're like water bottles thrown at my head.
Would you kill yourself?
No, I would probably cry. And then I'd have to be like, I need revenge. The best revenge is your paper.
Okay. Can you imagine though being George Bush when that dude threw a shoe at him? He's like having a press conference about like world matters or whatever. This guy's like, fuck you, you suck, and just throws a shoe.
Imagine if George Bush just picked up the shoe and was like, fuck you, back on live TV and just hums it at the guy.
That's what I would do.
Has such an arm, strikes him out, knocks him down cold.
People would have loved that. That would have been great for his reputation.
For his presidency.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that presidents should be a little violent.
Why can't presidents cuss? Who decided that?
The conservative weirdos.
Fucking losers.
If there was a president that got up there and was like, let's fucking go, America, I'd be like, that's my president.
If he starts shotgunning a beer, he's like, yeah,
for America.
That's the most American thing a president would do, but somehow presidents aren't allowed to do that.
Right? If I saw I saw a TikTok of a president drinking a shower beer. And he's like, hey, just wanted to make sure y'all are going to catch the election on Sunday. Or like, you know what I mean, or whatever. And it's like an advertisement. That's how you get the younger generation involved.
Do you think that future presidents are going to become more relatable to the younger generation? Like, are they going to try to go that route?
I think as presidents get younger, if we start changing things, but you already see people who are running for like Senate or the House, and they're ex-strippers or they're gay or they're in wheelchairs.
They're real people.
They're real people. Yeah. It shows like that not everyone's just a fucking old white man like whose goal is money.
Yeah. Should we drop the age limit for presidency? I don't think you should be president.
I think it's 35. I don't think you should if you're older than 55.
No, like 35 to 55. That's a pretty good range for a president.
Yeah, it's young enough where you understand the younger generation, you understand the older generation, you're able to bridge them together and have the gap. But when you stay old, you are losing that connection to the younger generation. But that's the ploy. They don't want the younger generation to vote. If we vote, then we become way more powerful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just had a thought and I lost it. She's gone.
Gone, girl. I have a lot of thoughts and I lose them. That's pretty much what this podcast is.
Yeah. Every day. Oh, we didn't say this in the beginning, but if you're ever in a room with us and you haven't left us a 5-star written review,
we're coming for you.
We're coming for you. And because we're talking in your ear holes right now, I feel like this is pretty intimate. So we're coming for you if you don't leave a 5-star written review.
Our voice is penetrating your ear holes.
Blub, blub, blub.
Blip, blip.
That was not the proper
Do you
way
like
to use
that?
the word
Do you like getting
penetration.
penetrated by two girls, one blend?
We're Eiffel Tower. Miami mudsliding you as we
With
speak.
our voices. Oh my God, because we're coming in both holes. Well, that's, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been fucked in the ear hole?
No, this is the Eiffel Tower. They're getting fucked by both holes by the both of us.
Oh,
on
that's
each
so
side.
intimate.
You don't like that?
No.
Is this what a dick would sound like?
I hope not.
What would your dick voice be?
My dick voice?
I was expecting like a man voice. Like, you're gonna take that.
Take that dick. Take that dick. What would yours be?
I don't know, like a deep voice.
Take it.
Mine would probably be a noise. It's like the mine would be like the turtle that humps and I go.
Oh yeah, that's foul.
That's what like the
That's what
turtle
turtles
does.
sound like. Turtles look so weird when they fuck.
I think have you ever seen a bird fuck? I think we talked about that.
What do you think the weirdest looking animal to fuck is? Not like you fucking them. Or unless.
The weirdest. I mean, I don't watch a lot of videos of animals fucking. That's not like my Pornhub search.
That was my childhood.
Yeah.
Animal Planet.
You were like, my mom said I could never see a dick. But she didn't say a horse cock.
Oh God.
Man. You know, somebody asked for advice on foreplay.
Okay.
We could give some foreplay advice.
Foreplay advice?
Yeah.
Wait, how do jellyfish have children? Do they fuck each other? How do you fuck a jellyfish?
Do you think like a tentacle? Do they both put their mouths? Their mouths are next to their asses.
I think their mouths are their asses.
Okay. Wow.
So they only do anal. Look at
but
these
they
kinky jellyfish.
also only suck dick. Two things can be true at once.
Okay. I like both trains of thought.
Maybe they stick their butts together.
Yeah.
They stick their butts together and like
Yeah.
out comes like their tongue penis. Is it a penis and a tongue? Why does this remind me of Signs when they have like the pee fingers, but it's like the parody? I think it's like Scary Movie and it's like Signs and then they have weird fingers and then just they pee out their fingers. What am I thinking about?
I don't know, but I'm interested.
And we're back and we're better than ever. Now we can hear him purring. Oh my God, my heart. Isn't this kind of calming to whoever's listening? Oh, Bear, you're the most beautiful thing in the world.
That's just some ASMR for you fuckers. All right, so enough about jellyfish fucking.
I think we're talking about foreplay.
Yeah. Let's get into the good stuff.
Oh, good stuff. Okay.
How to please someone.
Okay, what would you say is your biggest thing that you hate that men do when it comes to foreplay?
When they can't find the clit. I'm like, just move over a little bit to the side. Maybe open the hood, take a look, bring it back.
You do have to open the hood. It's just like a car.
Yeah.
You prop that thing up and you're like, inspect it. And you're like, what are we looking for? Where's the gas chamber? Where's the battery?
You hold that shit open, go to fucking town.
Yes. Okay, so not knowing where the clit is, you ever have a guy rub just the side of your pussy lips?
Yeah.
So he's not even rubbing your clit. He's like a little bit below where your clit would be and to the side, and he's just like going ham on the pussy lip. And I'm like, that's not my clit.
The worst is when they're just on your thigh. And I'm like, do you not even know where a vagina is?
Oh, they think the inner corner of the thigh is your vagina.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
It's really sad. It shows the state of American sex ed.
Yeah, but I also feel like if I had my fingers down there, I would be like, yeah, that's the spot. If you're paying attention to your partner and you move your hand around, you can tell where the spot is. They're
Yes,
whoa
when they
spot.
start reacting.
Yeah, when their body does like a quick little, that was really sensitive, you know, but that's why girls, my biggest pet peeve with foreplay is when women don't, communicate and they fake it.
Yeah.
Because you're faking it. So that guy thinks he's doing a good job by rubbing the outer labia. Something that does nothing. It's dead to me. I feel nothing.
Women have to stop faking orgasms because you're only hurting everybody.
You're hurting everybody.
Like, you're hurting yourself and you're hurting the guy because then he can't actually ever please you. And imagine it comes out 10 years later, like he overhears her talking with her girls, and she's like, yeah, he's never made me come. That would break my heart.
Yeah.
That would break my heart.
So why would you date someone and stay with them that can't make you come because you didn't communicate how to make you come?
Yes. Yeah.
So I think communication is huge in foreplay because it's getting ready for the sex. And I think a lot of people get quiet and awkward during that time period. But that's the time where you're supposed to be connecting. So by the time you have you have sex, your body's in sync and you're really feeling it.
Yes.
You're warmed up. It's so much better. So like, if you're eating a girl's pussy, look up and be like, do you like that? And then you make it a game. Like, if you're a man and you're eating someone's pussy, you make it a game and you eat their pussy in a little bit of way and you look up and you're like, how'd you like that? Like what felt the best? And she's like, I like this. And then you go, okay, well, what about this? So you start kissing down. Like if you don't know where it is, use it, make it a game.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, well, what about like this? Do you like when I move my fingers like in a circle? Do you like when I move my fingers up and down?
Do you like when I fuck you while I'm eating you out? Like,
oh, with something else or finger you?
Yeah.
Or do you like when I like some girls like their clit sucked on like a, you know what I mean? Like you're making out with their clit.
That's fun.
You know, so ask that and it could be fun. Like you can make it like sexy.
Yeah, this also doesn't have to be every time you have sex because after a couple of times, you're going to learn what they like the most.
Exactly.
And then you're like an encyclopedia of her pussy inside your brain. And that's what you want.
I think one of the biggest things of foreplay too is like the buildup, like the anticipation. So just the same way that like a guy likes edging himself, like getting him to the point where he's about to come when you're jerking off or something. And then you're about to come and you like kind of slow down and then you go back to it and it's like that huge buildup. So you have a huge orgasm. Women also need to be edged. Like start slow, take your time, build it up. When you start the slower you are to get started and you really learn how to feel her body, it becomes this like sensual thing, right? Now
it goes through your whole body when you do that.
Yeah, because I'm like, wow, this is so relaxing. This just feels so nice. So take your time slow so you don't wear yourself out so you can actually make her come and be down there.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you start to build it up. You try different paces. Maybe you move your tongue fast side to side, see how she starts to react after you've built her up. This is not like a quick thing. Like, let me just warm you up, lick your pussy for a minute or two, and then you're good to have sex. Like, you should eat a girl's pussy at least for 10 minutes.
Especially if she's giving you head, because I guarantee you're not coming from head within the first, 2 minutes. Like, she's down there for a while.
Yeah.
And you can't reciprocate. And
I think guys ask for head more during the moment. Like, during sex, like, they'll stop and, maybe they're not as hard anymore or something, so they need help.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, can you give me head? So that girl's now blowing you in the beginning and the middle. Hopefully, you're just constantly going between fucking her and eating her out and fingering her. Oh, the whole mix.
What a man.
Our friend Rick actually calls it his 5-5-5 method when he's fucking.
Yeah, he does 5 minutes in missionary, 5 minutes in
from behind,
and then 5 minutes riding.
The girl riding him.
That's crazy. The 5-5-5 method, guys. That's gonna blow the fuck up.
Yeah, he's like 5 minutes. You just go and then you switch her over. It doesn't have to be too much. And they're like, okay, you did a couple positions. And then that you can time it.
Yeah.
It helps you stay in the game.
Time this.
You're like, I got 2 minutes left of this round. Then we'll switch.
And then you hit a lap. You're like, okay, we got 5 more minutes to go.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
The 5-5-5 method.
I wonder how many other guys do shit like that where they're like, okay, I'm going to do this for a certain amount of time and they have it in their head.
Yeah.
If there's one, there's hundreds of others.
Oh, they definitely are like, okay, here's my sequence of events. Like they do probably the same thing. But the thing is, some women are different.
Some women are different. Some men are different.
Exactly.
Oh, I do think that guys although they get head more, I feel like they kind of get the shit end of the stick because...
But there's a lot of girls who don't give head.
Really?
Yes. Emily, we just love giving head. Yeah, it doesn't even cross our mind that someone wouldn't love it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I love pleasing.
Exactly. It's, like, when you can hear them moan, it's like, oh my God, that's
so
crack.
hot. I know so many women who do not suck dick.
Wow.
Or they're like, I barely did. I actually just saw a TikTok video and this guy calls his mom on a podcast. I think they're like Scottish or something. So it's like somewhere in Europe.
Okay.
Calls his mom and he's like, Mom, I have to ask you a crude question. She's like, okay. God. And she was like, do you like giving blowjobs?
Yeah.
Do you like, and he's like, do you like a willy in your mouth? Whatever it was.
And then she's like, yeah.
And she goes, no.
Oh.
And then, so they keep talking and she goes, you know what? I'm going to get crude now. And he's like, okay. And she was like, yeah, I never blew your father before he died. So the guy's dad was dead and she admitted live on a podcast that she never blew her husband.
See, I used to think I was bad when I was in a relationship and I'd only give him like 2 blowjobs a week. I know. That's bad. I need to up my game.
That's your people pleasing. The same here with me is like, I had something to prove. Like,
yeah.
People were like, do you give good like head? And I'm like, bro, I had to prove my existence all the time. I had to prove my worthiness. So I watched videos on how to give head. I would literally sit and watch porn and I would study these girls. I'm like, okay, they move their hand like this.
Really?
They move their head like this. Wow, they move their hand like this. And I would practice on my fingers.
Shit. I didn't learn that way. I think my ex was just really good at giving instructions and communicating during sex. So I learned exactly how he liked it. And he was like, whoa, you give the best head. But it took time to
build up to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you going to say about
Oh, I was just going to say men. I feel like they get the short end of the stick with foreplay. Because yes, they may get blowjobs or head more than women do. But I feel like women don't explore men's bodies.
A lot,
and
yeah.
A lot of guys don't realize that, you know, their nipples could be sensitive or they have like different erogenous zones that they like being sucked on or licked. Women, I feel like it's way more common for men to explore her body and men don't get that same.
I agree. That's why I always try to play with men's asses. I'm like, hey, babe, I know you've never been explored, but I'm Dora the Explorer and I'm ready to go on a mission.
In there.
we can keep it chill. That's why when you blow them and you're giving them head, you suck their balls and then you kind of stick your tongue below the balls.
The gooch. Get in there.
See how they react to that, because if they like that, you know you're in.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We were talking about anticipation earlier, and I think using that on men is literally my favorite thing to do, where you just like trail down them or like give them eyes from across the room, the sex eyes, maybe flick their nipple a little bit. Get
even
them
joking around. Yeah.
I
always lick guys' nipples. I'll be like on top of them and I'll kiss them and then I'll kiss down, like I'm gonna give them head, and then I go to their nipples and I'm like, and I look at them and I'm like, you like that? And they're like, no, it's kind of weird. And I'm like, are you sure? And then I can kind of like see, and then they're like, they'll either be like, yeah, I like that. And you can tell, or if they give you the signs and like they say no, then you back off from their nipples. Some guys are like, stay the fuck away from my nipples.
Sometimes I have dead nipples and I'm like, this is so annoying that you're sucking on my nipples.
I know. I'm like, mommy's baby down here. Yeah. You're so good. But when you were saying that women don't explore men's bodies, I think that women also don't try hard enough in foreplay. Like, I think a lot of people expect it to be about them. Yes. Which is good, but also I do believe that men should have that reciprocated.
Absolutely.
And one of the ways to reciprocate that is, I think hand jobs are underestimated.
I love giving hand jobs.
Yeah, me too. They're totally underestimated. And especially edging hand jobs, like grab some lube, like straddle kind of like your man's legs maybe from behind, or like you get in the middle and his legs are open a little bit, and then you slowly put the lube. You like kind of like lift your fingers like this over the top. I'm doing like a jellyfish motion. Like a little, you know what I mean? Like rub around their head of their dick. Do little things like that. See what makes them tick. See what makes them tick. Take your time. Go very slow up and down. They will enjoy it. Then you add 2 hands. You start like twisting your hands, not with hard pressure. Then you give them a rug burn.
You just rip their dick off.
Yeah,
like,
that hurts. That hurts. But lightly around it. Like most of it is the head for the ladies. If you don't know, the head's where you need to have all the fun.
Oh yeah.
But take your time. Do that for like 5 minutes before you even blow him. He's like, oh, I want you to blow me. You're like, listen,
Just
you
wait.
lay back. Let me take care of you. You edge him with your hands like that. Then you go down, you lick it. Maybe you give him head for like a minute or two, right? Because you've just kind of already got him to that point. And then while he's enjoying it, you climb on top of him. You put his dick inside you. And then you like kiss up him and you fucking ride him. That man will be in love.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll text you for years after you break up.
Because there's not a lot of women who like really want to please their man. They're like, my man's not pleasing me. But sometimes like you need it too.
Yeah.
You know?
Men deserve that too. And you can have so much fun with it. It's so much fun.
It's so fun exploring somebody.
It really is.
And being explored and having that safe moment. And I think that like the selfish need for that instant gratification to come right away, it destroys any ability for you to build that like chemistry and energetic bond while you're fucking and get to know somebody's body. Like you're missing out on good sex because you're selfish and you want to just come. When in reality, that come, like that nut that you just like got isn't going to be like as explosive or awesome as it could be.
No.
If you took the time to actually want to make
on
the other
both
partner
sides, I think men need to edge themselves more and women need to try more.
come. Yeah.
But men also need to try more. I don't mean to sound like I'm fucking pro men all the time, you know, because men, sometimes they don't know where your clit is. Sometimes they don't even know where your vagina is. You're not wet and they just stick it in.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst. And that's how you know someone's like completely inexperienced. I'm down to be with somebody who's inexperienced, but I'm not down to be with somebody who's not willing to learn. Like if they're not eager to change that and they just go into that and that's just who they are, I'm like, you suck. And those are the women who need to put those men down, not fake it.
Dominate them.
You literally say, this is so pathetic that you won't eat my pussy. I'm going to go home. But that's also only if you're not selfish. You can't say that and not give head.
Yeah, no. You have to reciprocate it. Okay,
Yeah.
would you fuck a virgin?
Good question.
That's a tough one.
Well, it's like, why are they a virgin?
Yeah.
And how old are they? Like,
Would you fuck a 28-year-old virgin?
A
who's
28-year-old.
been saving themselves, but then decided to like get over the hump, you know? They were really into you, really interested, and they came out with it up front.
I think no.
No?
I think unless I was going to get married to him. Because I think that if you're saving it and it's just going to be like a one-time thing, I don't want to take that from somebody. You know, like I want them to feel safe and long-term and like secure. So I would have to know I'm going to marry them.
Yeah.
And if they were down to do foreplay and us explore each other's body, I already know at that point if the sex is going to be good.
Yeah.
The foreplay tells you how good the sex is going to be. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I used to think it would be so hot to take somebody's virginity.
Really?
This is when I was younger. I was like, yeah, like they would literally be obsessed with you. It's going to be good because they don't have any they have no standards yet, you know? And they're always going to think about it. And I was like, that's kind of hot. But now that I'm older, I'm like, ugh, I don't think I would take a virgin.
Yeah, unless I like truly loved them.
And I also wouldn't fuck anybody under 22. So
Yeah.
would I want a 45-year-old virgin? Probably not.
No, I think being able to explore yourself and your body and all of that is nice. You know what I mean? But I don't like shame anyone who is a virgin because I do believe sex is an energy exchange. Like we're talking about sex in like an energetic way of how to get to know somebody's body. Like that's the important part of it. It's not the coming.
Yes.
It's the experience.
It's the lead up because you're not going to come the same if you don't lead up to it.
Exactly. And I think that not a lot of people, like maybe men don't know and realize that women like don't really want to fuck for that long. Like we've definitely fucked for an hour and 45 minutes or something like, but we don't want that every time. If you last super long because you're super sensitive, like edging them is how you're going to help them come faster, ladies. But for men, like sometimes we want the foreplay more than the sex. Like I could go 15, 20 minutes of foreplay and we fuck for 10 minutes, but I've been built up. So my orgasm was so good. And then I'm good. We can fuck like later on.
I think the best orgasm I ever had was from a quickie But it was because we had the lead up with the foreplay where we were just turning each other on for like weeks. And then we finally snuck away and I was like, whoa, that was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's mental for women too. It doesn't all have to be about like how you're touching her, where you're touching her. It could just be like your brain. You guys connecting in that way, knowing that you're both into each other, that is so hot.
Yeah. It does take a certain level of being comfortable with yourself. Because I think that I used to be like super timid about it and not be able to communicate and be kind of quiet. And I would want somebody else to communicate, but I would still be afraid to communicate. Like I still have that. I still struggle with that sometimes because I'm like, I don't know what to say.
It's scary.
You know, but I think when you are comfortable exploring your own body, you're able to take that into the setting and be more confident.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you learn yourself, you can then, it's easier. It's still hard, but it's easier to tell somebody else what you need and what you want out of them. And then if they're doing it, I guess they're being a good role model and teaching you how to do that too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why also I think I make a lot of my partners super, super comfortable because I'm so comfortable. I know my body. I know exactly how to come. I know what I don't like. I'm not afraid to communicate that. And they see me being comfortable with themselves. And I'm like, no, let's explore. It's totally fine and safe. And I make them feel super safe in that moment energetically. And they're like, you know what? Okay. And so I get all people to like explore with me for the first time.
Yeah.
Kind of like how when I fucked that dude with the tickle fetish.
Yes.
He never got to experience that with anyone else.
That's beautiful.
And I was like, I'll give you that because he's like, I feel safe with you.
Oh.
I was like, well, now I'm gonna jerk you off and edge you for 20 minutes.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to sex besides the clit thing?
My biggest pet peeve is rushing it. Not in a quickie sense. But, like, you can tell when somebody's not, like, they're just doing it for the end result.
When he just wants to put it in.
Like, he wants to kind of, like, I can tell when I'm being used as a tool for masturbation.
Yes.
He's like, thank you for the hole. And I'm like, I don't know, no woman wants to feel that way.
No. Although there is something to say about free use that's really hot that I love, but you don't do that with a hookup.
No, not like a first time hookup or whatever. And there's always times for it if you built that up with somebody, you know? But like when you say like it's like somebody you're first starting to hook up with and they're just like kind of rushing it and they're just like, you know what I mean? Like hitting it super hard, like fast. And I'm like, bro, you're trying to come so hard, like slow down. Like let's take a moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to be jackrabbited, but like not the whole time.
Yeah. Why do you want to rush the pleasure?
Yeah. Moral of today's episode is don't rush things.
Don't rush things.
Take your time.
Haste makes waste.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't want to waste the cum.
No, we do not.
Look at this beauty.
I know.
He's not
purring.
He's literally the love of my life.
He's so sweet. All right, well, that goes right into the question I was going to ask. She's dead. She's done for.
Yeah. What was the question you were going to ask?
What is the most embarrassing place you've ever farted?
I remember the first night I think I slept at New Hampshire's house, one of the exes. And I like put him on a pedestal. I was like, he's so hot. Oh my God. And he told me that I woke him up in the middle of the night by farting.
I've done that too.
And he was like, you fell asleep. It was cute. And I was like, that is the most embarrassing thing I've ever experienced. Because it was like the first night, like this was in the beginning of everything. And he's like, yeah, you farted in your sleep last night. And I was like, I don't even know what kind of fart.
A wet one.
What if it was like, what if it was a gross fart? What if it was smelly?
Oh, what if you Dutch ovened him?
Right?
That's rough.
That'd be rough.
That's rough.
What about you?
Somebody was like stretching me and he was like pushing me into a split, but he was like leaning into me. So I was opening my legs and he pushes me forward and I like fart right in his face pretty much. And I think about that at 2 a.m. a lot.
Where was this?
At karate.
Who pushed you? Who stretched you?
This was actually a guy who ended up falling in love with me and writing
It's
me.
because you farted.
It's because I farted. He was like, "Oh, she's such a real girl. She's
Yeah.
not like the other ones."
He was like, well, she farted in front of me.
"That's so hot."
You know, I honestly feel like guys like when we fart, even though they say they don't.
I think they do too.
Not even the ones that have kinks. Like, they're like, we said this about Che. Che said this, you know? Like, you fart for them and not me.
Yeah, that's fucking
I
weird.
want your farts.
I want your farts.
So maybe farts aren't embarrassing because men want farts.
I'm always so embarrassed I'm gonna fart. Even though I don't fart often, I'm like, I'm gonna fart right now.
Yeah, I don't fart often. When I do, it's like literally just a little gasp for air.
When I do, it's fucking rancid.
So that's what they're like. Or it's like it's like the two cheeks rubbing together because we got those fat cheeks.
I think the worst is when you're taking a shit at a guy's place, and you know when you like do like those, like the farts in between shits. I'm like, he definitely heard that, and then he heard me go brrr and explode.
Yeah, or you like pee and like because you let loose and pee, then your asshole also lets loose and you like rip farts. I hate doing that in a public restroom. Like I'm not even shitting, but I'm farting.
Yeah.
And that is embarrassing because it's like just you and one other person and you have like you're trying to hold the fart in. Like I'm like squeezing my butthole while releasing wherever I pee from, I guess. I don't know.
That's when you just got to go all in. You put your hand under the stall. You're like, hey, high five for that one, right? Please.
Would you ever do that?
Yeah.
What if you were like, hey, I just really need help with this one, and you put your hand under to hold their hand. You're like, just
emotional support.
And somebody's holding your hand underneath as you just take the fartiest worst shit ever. What would you do if someone was like, please?
I think that should be a video.
That should be
a video.
That's so funny.
But we just play a sound of like the wettest shit ever. Oh. And you're like, oh my God, what is it? Poseidon's kiss?
Yeah.
Where it splurts back onto you.
That's my worst nightmare.
I hate when that happens.
I haven't had a lot of those recently.
I've had a lot of Poseidon kisses in my day. He blesses me.
Oh man.
Oh, but yeah. I'm a big shitter over here.
A public shitter. I think it's 2023. Stop being embarrassed about shitting in public. Stop being embarrassed about shitting at your man's house. If you can't shit at your man's house, he's not your man.
I know. It took me so long to
He's an outsider. And if he's an outsider, he's an op.
He's an interloper. Get him. Yeah, I don't have a man, but if I did, I'd be stinking the fuck out of his bathroom.
Oh, yeah. I just bring poopery when I stay at their house.
Me too. And baby wipes, because you can't trust men to have that, you know?
The baby wipes? Mm-mm. True.
Right,
baby wipes save lives.
They do. Okay, how do you hang toilet paper? Are you an over or under person?
Over. If you're under, you're wrong.
If you're under, I can't trust you.
Yeah, if you're under, like you're the kind of person that like snitched on somebody in high school for like cheating.
Or you were the one person in class who was like, oh, do we have any homework today? Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. No, we don't.
Yeah, like those people, like I feel like because they do it purposely just to like ruin everyone's joy.
Yes. Yeah.
Like if you flip the toilet paper, like you are a joy ruiner. Like there's something about you that's like, nope, I'm just not going to do it. And for that, fuck you. I hope that every time you wipe your ass, you can't stop wiping your ass because it just keeps coming.
I hope that for you too.
You know?
I just don't understand the logic of putting it under. Like, what if it trails down and touches the floor? Why do you want your shit paper to touch the floor?
Yeah, it's way easier to grab from top and pull.
Yeah.
Instead of let me go under.
Maybe those people who like to go under are the ones who love playing with guys' balls. You know? They're like, oh, this reminds me of home. I'm just feeling him up. And then they're like, I have to replicate
home
that.
Is a man's balls.
Someday I hope for that.
You just live inside a man's balls. You just reverse like age and go back into your dad's sperm.
I would rather not.
Exactly.
But I was thinking like somebody you're comfortable with. You know how guys like stay on your boobs and they're like, oh, her boobs are home. Like, what if I'm just down by his dick just hanging out? I'm like, I feel safe here.
Oh, I always hold guys' dicks and I just like, we're chilling and I'm just like this while we're watching TV. And they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just like holding it.
I'm just here
I don't get to hold one often.
No. Well, not often enough. I love the feeling of soft dicks. There's literally
I love
nothing
going
better.
like this.
Yeah.
And then they just flip back and forth like this.
I love playing with them. They're just so nice and soft and gentle.
They are soft.
But you can't ever
And
say
then
they're little.
And you can make them like hard because you
Yeah.
play with it and you boop it. And then all of a sudden it starts getting hard and you're like, aha, it's
I did that.
happening. And then you're like, do you want to fuck now?
My plan worked all along.
Yeah. But it was a good plan.
Oh, it was a good plan. Okay. What are 3 items you might purchase at the grocery store to get you a strange look from a cashier?
Ooh.
Like you're engineering a prank on this cashier person.
Well, like a shovel,
Okay.
tape,
Mm-hmm. Duct tape.
duct tape, and the most like random odd object that makes him like question it, like extremely hot sauce. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like tape and this, and he's like, they're like, what's gonna happen with this hot sauce? You know,
What is going to happen with this hot sauce?
they're like, are they gonna burn somebody? I'm just like
Ow.
killing you by making you eat the spiciest thing,
Oh. Damn. That would be a shit way to go.
right?
Yeah.
I'd be the cashier, be like, what's the hot sauce for? I'm like, tape. The tape and the shovel seem like it's a murder.
I can understand that. I can understand murder. I draw the line at hot sauce.
Yeah, and the hot sauce will be there, and they'll go to sleep, and they'll be like, why did he have hot sauce?
They're just thinking about it for the rest of their life.
They will. They'd
They
be
run
like,
into you again. They're like, please, I need to know. I've lost my wife, my children, everybody. Why did you buy the hot sauce?
and I was like, oh, I was just making eggs before I murdered someone.
And then they kill you.
Oh, shit. They're like, I thought about this every day of my life, and you ruined it. I lost my kids. I lost my wife.
I got divorced.
I got divorced. They took all my money.
Oh.
And it was all because of your goddamn hot sauce.
I could see that happening. I really could. Oh.
I can't with him.
I love him. For me, I think it would be a cucumber. You know. A bouncy ball. Like one of those little ones, the tiny ones from like the gumball machine. A little bouncy ball. And then I don't even know what the third one would be, a pineapple.
They would be like, this person's fucking. They would be like, and they go home to their like husband. And they're like, honey,
Can we try this
they buy the
later?
same thing. They're like,
Yeah.
I wonder what's the ball for. And she's like, puts it in for Kegels.
She's like, wait, just wait. Okay, what do you think the worst fruit to be fucked by would be?
the worst fruit,
Yeah.
like a dragon fruit.
Oh, that's spiky as fuck.
Right? Isn't it spiky on the outside?
Yeah.
Someone shoves a no.
No.
A dragon fruit.
A dragon
I stand
fruit,
by my
final
answer.
I would say probably a pineapple or
Oh, whoa, that's like having a baby.
or a star fruit. Well, I was picturing the pineapple going in the opposite way. The spikes first. That would really suck.
Who would put a pineapple in their pussy spikes first?
It was me.
Is that you?
Oh, Priscilla. Sorry, P. Gonna have to call you later.
Sorry, P. When you're listening.
We're talking about shoving pineapples up our ass, Priscilla. Oh, I just tried to burp, but it didn't come out. Okay. What's one thing your pet could say where they would tell the truth about you and expose you and it would ruin your life?
A lot of things.
A lot of things. Oh my God.
Everything.
I think I would go to jail if my cat could talk.
You think?
Probably. I've done some shit in front of her.
I'm just like, I think about like how I fuck in front of my cats.
You fuck in front of your
Or
cats?
I smoke weed
Oh, yeah.
in front of the cats.
I've done shrooms in front of the cats.
Oh, the cats would tell the police that they ate my throw up and they started tripping balls.
And they'd be like, take her away.
Yeah.
Get her.
And PETA would come.
PETA would come.
Everyone would cancel me.
Oh.
And then like some group that was like pro cats tripping on mushrooms. They're like, if people can have that luxury, so can animals.
That's so true. There's definitely weird subsets that are like super for animals.
I think I
doing
would
drugs.
just start that.
You should. I think you should start it now, like
I'm like
preemptively.
animals for drugs. Animals for shrooms.
Pet owners for drugs.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. You start this foundation, you get people to donate, to like confiscate, give up their drugs. That way you have a constant supply of drugs coming from people who are giving them up.
Did you hear what she just said? Get people to give up their drugs.
Yeah.
You think that's happening?
No, but a girl can dream.
Yeah. Someone's like, that Molly's for me. I spent $80 on this fucking gram of Coke. I think that might be how much they've cost. I don't know personally. But I need that for this weekend. Like usually if you're doing drugs, you have some sort of problem.
You have
And you're like, I'm not giving them up for animals.
That's so
you're
true.
Like, fuck
the
these animals.
Yeah. I wouldn't give my drugs up for animals.
No.
Sorry.
You can't have the weed. It's for us.
Sorry.
It's for us.
We didn't even talk about how we got robbed.
We did.
We got robbed. They came into our home probably while we were
Held
asleep.
us down. No, I'm just kidding.
Like
While we were
creepy.
asleep. Or when we were
Creepy
out.
shit. Yeah.
And it has to be somebody who we either accidentally left the door unlocked, but I feel like we don't. Or it was maintenance or somebody who works in the building. Which is kind of crazy. They took a whole jar of weed, 2 ounces. And it was just, I like looked around and I'm like, where's the jar of bud? And we're like, did we lose it? Like we looked under everything. We searched the whole house. There's no way we accidentally threw it out.
No way. We looked in the fucking oven, for God's sake. It's
in the
not
fridge,
in this house.
the cabinets.
Everywhere. We looked everywhere. We had Victoria search this whole house.
Mm-hmm. So somebody robbed us and we don't know who. So now we have security cameras. So if you're the robber and you're listening,
watch out.
Watch out.
We're coming for you, bitch.
We're coming for you, yes.
I think that's just so diabolical to come into somebody's home and only steal their weed.
Yeah. Guys, we had 2 cameras up. We had all of the equipment and our laptops in here, and they only stole the weed. But think about it. They're stealing things that you can't really report.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to report it and be like, they took $300 cash off my table.
Yeah.
Because isn't that a misdemeanor if it's over $250?
Yeah.
Bitch, you're going to jail.
We're taking you down.
We're taking you down.
Good luck.
Maybe that could be our mystery. For the year, we find out who's robbing people in our building.
But I knew, me tired. I knew that guy Mike stole from me. And knowing who stole didn't make it any better.
No.
It kind of made it worse.
Yeah.
But at least if we know it's somebody in the building or like we have to protect ourselves who has like access to every apartment. Mm-hmm. But everyone in our building is getting weed or money stolen from them.
That's insane.
And it's people I've known. So it's like everyone in the same, we all know the same people. So it's like somebody who knows us that lives here is like waiting for us to leave and watching our social media.
That's so weird. That makes me not want to post when I go out and like save that for the next day.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Way to make me feel unsafe in my own home. If you were on a first date and you really didn't like it, what's the funniest thing you could do to get out of it?
Pee at the table.
Pee on the table?
You say, I'm going to pee. And he's like, well, I'm doing it right now. And he's like, what are you talking about? And you're like, I'm peeing. And you just start wailing. They have to clean up. And you go, I have to go. And then you run away.
That works. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you have one of those, those like woman things that make you pee like a man. Like you stick it under your vagina and it like, you know what I mean? It looks like a dick.
Yeah.
And you put that underneath your dress. And so that you're peeing on him from your seat.
That's ideal.
So he also has to get wet. It ends the date immediately.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to do that.
And the night.
And the night, yeah. The night's over after you piss on him.
Or is it just starting?
Maybe he's really into that.
Yeah,
he's
what
like,
if
oh
he
my
was
God.
like, listen, we need to go home immediately because I need you to do that again. What would you do? You're like, fuck, I was trying to escape him, but now he wants for me to pee on him.
I would do it.
And do you just like at that point say, I can't do that?
You walk away?
And you're like, or you look at him and you're like, that's disgusting. You
sick
vile,
fuck.
sick creature,
Yeah.
literally. And yeah. No, that's really mean to do to someone on a first date.
That is kind of mean. Yeah.
I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. I'm like, hey, you want to like choke me after this? And they're like, you're such a whore, you disgusting low life, poor excuse of a.
That sounds like the comment sections on our TikToks.
We do get men who talk to us like that.
Maybe that's their
I'm
kink.
high and I'm just making eye contact with Nicolas Cage. And
Is he making eye contact back?
He is. And do you know what he kind of looks like? What's that ugly SpongeBob? Like the stupid SpongeBob, I think. That's maybe like drawn.
Mahoy.
Is it Manoy?
That's what
It's scaring me.
You know what he looks like? Nicolas Cage.
We'll take a picture. This is what I'm seeing.
Blob. He looks like one of those blob fish.
Oh, the girls are about to be here, I think.
Doesn't he?
Hold on. That's what Nicolas Cage looks like?
Well, just from this angle.
Okay, you have to also please edit in a blob fish.
A blob
fish. Google that.
Google blob fish. I think if I really wanted to end a date early, I would act super interested in him, ask him about his family, tell him to show me pictures. Then I'm like, hey, so what's your dad's number? Like, I've always wanted to fuck an older man who looks better than you. And I think that would end the date pretty quickly.
That is so cruel. My heart just sank for somebody.
For who I'm going to do that to? I hope I wouldn't do that to someone.
No, but I was also thinking something like, I thought you were going in the direction of being like, wow, you're so hot, and you start talking about your future, be like, oh my God, and this is exactly what I want to name my kid. And you get very crazy of like, you just like, I'm ready for a baby. Like, if this works, like, I can't wait. Like, because I would totally see you as the father of my children, like the first date.
I kind of want to do that just for like fun.
And then say like, I love you.
Yeah.
What if I go undercover on a date that you go on and we vlog it?
I would love to do that.
And
we just fuck with people.
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
That would be really funny.
That would be really good.
We have good ideas. It's just a matter of doing them.
Or remembering after we think of them.
What did you say?
Like remembering them?
Yeah, bro, the way we've been smoking, guys, has just made me straight dumb. Like the past couple of episodes, like it hasn't been like the crazy weed high. It's literally like, I'm like, what am I feeling?
Yeah, what is up with this weed? It's not conducive.
I think it might be black runts, and I think that's the one that's not good.
Fuck black runts.
Because I think I remember seeing the beginning was black. And then we got black runs, and I'm like, oh. But also, I don't know why black truffle. Truffle is ringing a bell. Whoa. Do you guys see it the way that I see it?
Do you see it, Mr. Krabs?
I have the worst cotton mouth, and I'm supposed to film a sketch after this. I think they're going to be here.
One of my lashes just fell off.
Wow. These lights are so bright, man.
The lights are blind.
I feel like this is what it would look like when I died. And then I would hear like lights, camera, action. And then like a set scene would fall and be like, just kidding. We're really aliens. And that was a simulation. I'm not even looking at the camera now. I'm like looking out into outer space.
I think that might actually happen. That might be the afterlife.
Like that terrifies me.
What would your ideal afterlife be?
Being happy, chilling. I don't know what that means. Knowledge. Like I'd want to know that I'm like some space soul that's been around, and I just like upped levels by playing on Earth and growing my soul and helped other people, and then like life is just good.
Okay.
Until I'm like ready to do it again, because I definitely feel like I'm crazy like that. How about you? I don't even remember the question.
Ideal afterlife? I think just great sex, weed, happy people around me. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Weed, sex, comedy.
Pretty
redheads.
much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you were just at the best comedy show for the rest of your life, that would be pretty good heaven.
But then would you get sick of laughing? Because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be funny. I want to be sad and annoying. Like sometimes I want to be bad.
Okay. I don't know. In heaven, hopefully I would
Especially too, if you start doing stand-up, the more you go to open mics and you see people do bad stand-up and you're like, or even though if they're funny, like you've just heard the jokes every night for months straight.
Yeah.
You're like, it's way harder to get you to laugh. When I was super involved, like doing it every single day, multiple times a day, it was hard to laugh because I couldn't look at comedy not from like dissecting it and start analyzing it.
But the best comedy show you've ever been to,
I'm still analyzing it because I'm like, wow, they're so good and this is so funny. And I need to learn how to do it. So my brain
analyze it, but I'm still laughing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but imagine hearing it every day.
It would be a different show.
But it's just still the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we have hopeful dreams.
Okay.
Dude, Justin Love just responded back to being in the sketch, and so did Cody.
Oh, is Justin going to be here for your birthday?
No.
Oh.
No, he got booked.
That sucks.
But I'm proud of him.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
That will always win, but I'm allowed to be salty too.
Of course. Because
sometimes I don't want to laugh all the time. I want to be a sassy little fuck because I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
You little slut.
You should be there because I'm amazing.
Very true. Very true. All right. Shall we close out?
I just looked at it, the clock again at 4:44. Why does this happen
every time?
Every time on the podcast. And it just just dinged at the same time.
Mm-hmm. That's a sign.
Y'all know.
That's a sign.
If you don't believe, then you'll believe soon. Guys, we love you. We'll tune in next week.